appreciation to the Minister of Islamic Affairs of Maldives, as well as Maldives Zakat House for giving me the honor of sharing a little bit of our experience today in managing zakat in Kedah, Malaysia. Ladies and gentlemen, one of the biggest challenges faced by zakat institution worldwide is building and maintaining public trust. People, everyone expect clear accountability in zakat management. So how can we achieve that? How can we build trust effectively? This answer lies in one powerful tool: technology. It is my honor to be here today to share insight on using technology to build trust and strengthen community engagement in zakat governance. Brothers and sisters, before we dive deeper, let's take a moment to reflect. What is technology and how much has it transformed our daily life? To put it simply, consider how we shop, bank, or even commute to work. Our world is rapidly advancing toward a fully digital future, where technology is reshaping nearly every aspect of our life. Brothers and sisters, remember back in our school days when we learned A, B, C, D. As A for apple, B for ball, C for cat, D for dog. Bear in mind, our children's generation is already learning A, B, C, D differently. They now learn A for artificial intelligence, B for biometric, C for cloud, D for data. It may sound funny, but it shows just how much technology has changed the world nowadays. Technology is impacting every sector, even banking. Recently, when I spoke with the CEO of a top bank, he said that bank is increasingly relying on digitalization. By 2030, they are on track to reduce their human workforce by up to 40%. Applying for a loan or financing next year may no longer require meeting with a bank officer, as it could all be done using AI and biometric. You could simply scan your thumb, and in seconds, the bank could access your financial history, health data, criminal record, and of course, your credit score. You think it is impossible? No. This is a kind of digital transformation that's coming our way in new future. Brothers and sisters, just look at the Fahi Right or Avas Right apps as an example. We are now used to booking a ride, tracking the car's location, and paying without even a word of or cash changing hand. The e-hailing apps has now made transportation so easy, transparent, and convenient. This kind of transparency and easy is exactly what we should bring into zakat management. With that in mind, I like to share some specific initiative what we have implemented at Zakat Kedah Malaysia to improve transparency, engage communities, and build trust in the zakat governance using technology. Let's begin with the foundation of trust. One question we often hear from muzaki or zakat payers is, where exactly does my zakat go? This is a valid concern and one that many zakat institutions often struggle to answer. In Kedah, however, we have made it simple. The answer is now right at your fingertip through our Zakat on Touch app system. Developed internally by our own staff, based on the 4 key pillars: transparency, accuracy, efficiency, real-time update. This app provides a comprehensive, real-time overview of zakat collection and distribution. Brothers and sisters, with this app, anyone around the world, including all of you here in Maldives, can log in into our system to first view real-time updates on zakat collection in Kedah, including a detailed breakdown. Second, track zakat distribution, identifying recipients and how funds are allocated. Third is report on asnaf anywhere using an interactive map of Kedah State. This level of transparency reassure muzaki or zakat payers that their contribution are being used effectively and responsibly. By witnessing how their zakat reach those in need, this will develop a deeper sense of connection and confidence in our institution. Brothers and sisters, let me draw your attention to the screen in front of you. What are you looking is the real-time dashboard. Our system is Zakat on Touch. I'm sure you are now is real-time data. Why? You see the last update on 28 November. Now is Maldives time. 8 o'clock, 8 p.m. This is a real time. So by this system, I'm sorry to say, in my office, I have 4 massive big screen like this one. So real-time data, I need displaying real time. Every morning, I stand front the screen and I ask myself, what a decision should I make today? For example, this is for collection report. For example, if the data trend is down, for example, this is data. So as a CEO, I must think quickly how to both increase the data, the numbers, or I note any issues in distribution. I must quickly to make sure the recipient or needy get help what they deserve. Kind of by this system, you also can monitor the kind of or category of zakat. Zakat on saving, livestock, business, silver, everything. So second is this is our district. KS is Kota Stamp. District. Okay. This is our district. We have 12 districts in Kedah. So I can manage the collection and distribution every each district. This system, good news for the researcher, especially. You cannot go to ask the counter and anybody officer. Just you stay in your house, you can get the real-time data to complete your research. So, ladies and gentlemen, green one, any numbers of money you receive, you can show this. This one is 10 ringgit we are received now. You can see the green color. Its distribution, red color. Test. So, brothers and sisters, this is how data empower us. Data is not just a number on the screen, but it is the foundation of every decision we make. So, in past, people used to say oil is gold, but today we need to shift that mindset to data is gold. Whoever control a whole the power, that's why this even black market was stolen data is sold for millions. Brothers and sisters, let me make one thing clear. Having data is not enough. Having data is not enough. It's about how we use a data and analyze the data. With this system providing us to real-time data, we can make informed, precise decision and have real impact. But without a data, we will be left relying on guesses, perception, or unproven theories. Decision that could have serious consequences for the future of our institution. Brothers and sisters, furthermore, in Zakat on Touch, my friend asked me why to put the word of touch. I tell them, I want to touch your heart. That's why I put Zakat on Touch. Not touch the screen, but touch the heart. Furthermore, in Zakat on Touch, we have also introduced a feature called Let's Report Asnaf. That allows the public to engage more actively with the community and encourage a shared sense of responsibility in zakat management. Through this system, the public can assist us in identifying asnaf who may have been overlooked. They can easily upload information, including picture of the asnaf or their home, even pin a exact location on the map. This way, our team can quickly respond and reach those in need. Brothers and sisters, many may not realize that Allah has given us, as Muslims, a unique and special days to collect valuable data and identify the size of Muslim population in our country. Today, I can know how many Muslims are in Kedah, and you can know how many are in the Maldives. That day is known other than Aidil Fitri. A day when every Muslim, including even a newborn baby who has not yet been named before Eid, is required to pay a zakat fitrah. This obligation provides a rare opportunity for us to collect comprehensive information about Muslim zakat payers, enabling us to use this data to our collective strength. To grab this opportunity and modernize the way zakat is managed, we develop the My Amel system. My Amel system, a digital platform designed specifically for zakat collection. This platform transformed the digital method of collecting zakat. With My Amel system, there is not need for physical receipt or coupon to be exchanged with the payers. Instead, the process is fully digital, offering unparalleled convenience. Here's how it works. Zakat payers can now simply scan a QR code displayed on the Amel desk or at other strategically placed locations, such as mosques and community center. The payment process is smooth and straightforward. And once completed, the payer will instantly receive a digital receipt or coupon via email and SMS. At the same time, without them realizing, we had seamlessly collected their data, helping us understand the Muslim demographic in our country and improve our service effectively. This innovative system not only simplified the process for payers, but also ensure accuracy, transparency, and accountability at every step. It's yet another example of how technology enables us to serve the community more effectively and earn their trust. Ladies and gentlemen, before I conclude my speech, as I told Mr. Minister yesterday, I would like to offer to the Maldives Zakat House. If you are interested with our system, we invite your IT official team to our countries, to Kedah, Malaysia, for training. We are offering both the training and system. Free of charge. Just send your official, and we will provide them with the necessary knowledge and tool, including the source code for the system, which you can take back your country and implement. Brothers and sisters, in conclusion, technology is not just tool. It is a bridge that connects us to our communities, strengthen relationship, and build trust. At Lembaga Zakat Kedah, we have seen how digital tools can transform our transparency, empower local representative, and engage Muzaki, our zakat payers, in meaningful ways. Our goal is to create a zakat institution that is respected, trusted, and valued by everyone it serves. By embracing technology, we can make zakat more accessible, accountable, and impactful for every involved. Let's continue to work together, innovate and build a stronger, more inclusive future for zakat governance. Brothers and sisters, wa akhiran istaudiukumullahu jami'an fi riayatih wa barakallahu lakum ala khutuwatikum wa juhdikum. Fanas'alullahu ta'ala an yataqabbala minna wa minkum jami'an. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you very much.